You're gonna love this lamb stew with creamy wild mushrooms, coming right up on Weekend at the Cottage. This lamb stew has such a beautiful, distinctive flavor. It works whenever you're going to create a lovely meal for family or friends. You need nothing more than a bit of buttered noodles. Serve this stew and you're good to go. We start with the skillet on medium-high heat. I drop 2 tablespoons of butter, and then we need 3 pounds of lamb shoulder. I cut the lamb into 1-inch pieces, salt and pepper it, and then drop it in small batches into the skillet. Once the lamb has browned, remove it to the side. Now that the lamb is cooked, we're adding 2 more tablespoons of butter into our skillet, and then 1 sweet onion chopped, and 3 rather large cloves of garlic. They're also fine chopped. I stir them into the melted butter, we cover them, and we allow them to cook and soften for about 5 minutes. Now we add 1 cup of dry white wine, 2 cups of vegetable broth, then return the seared lamb to the skillet, stir it all together, cover it, reduce to simmer, and now we cook for 1 hour and 15 minutes. Once the lamb has cooked, we're now going to remove it with a slotted spoon to a side bowl, and then I like to strain that liquid through a sieve. It removes all of the brown bits from the skillet as well as the onions and the garlic. I then return that gorgeous rich stock to the pot. Now I add 1 cup of 35% cream, 1 cup of sour cream, whisk the ingredients together, and we're going to bring this to a boil and allow it to reduce by about half the quantity. While the cream sauce is reducing, we're over to a medium-sized skillet. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 chopped shallots, and now a discussion about wild mushrooms. If you can find wild mushrooms, this is the recipe for it. I'm using shiitake. Notice I'm cutting off the woody stem, discarding it before I slice up the shiitake. I also have beautiful oyster mushrooms. And then finally, hedgehogs. These are probably the rarest of the 3. They have a wonderful kind of spongy texture, but it's all about the flavor. Back to our medium saucepan, I jam in those mushrooms, and I have about 6 cups of the sliced mushrooms together in the pot. Jam it in there, and then final ingredient, we're adding lemon juice. Our stove top is on medium, and cover it and allow this to simmer for about 15 minutes. Don't be surprised, we take off the lid, those mushrooms have reduced, remove them from the heat, and now we go back to our sauce. The sauce has reduced by about half. Now I'm adding 1 cup of dill leaves. Notice, not the dill stems, I just picked off the leaves. I'm adding 1 cup of fresh dill, stir that in. Now we add the mushrooms, look at this, and the mushrooms have a wonderful lemony flavor. We're adding that to the sauce. Back goes the lamb, stir everything together. It is rich and gorgeous and beautiful. I let it sit for about 15 minutes for the lamb to soak up that creamy sauce. When you're ready to serve, why not look for buttered egg noodles as your base? We're gonna add a handful of blanched green veg, so asparagus or fresh peas. I've cooked them off, they're still a little bit crunchy. Put the asparagus on top, and then ladle on that nice hot lamb stew, creamy mushrooms, maybe a garnish of fresh dill on top. But when you go to table, this is such a lovely main course. First course, serve a salad. Serve this stew with the noodles as a main course. The lamb, the mushrooms. Lamb is tender. Mushrooms are flavorful. The sauce is so unusual. This truly is a beautiful dish. I hope you do try it at home and have great success with it. Looking for other recipes, please head to weekendatthecottage.com, subscribe to our website, also our dedicated YouTube channel, and then finally, why not look for us on your favorite social media feeds? Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. We do hope you come back and visit us again soon. Take care.